A rare, unprecedented look at where Milwaukee Police keep some of the city's most dangerous weapons. The police chief took Charles Benson inside that vault so he could see what was going on. Charles.
Well, police see gun violence almost on a daily basis, but you and I never get to see the guns that they seize from the bad guys. Until now. Chief Flynn wants you to see all of these guns so you know what his department is up against. When you look around this room and you see all these guns, you feel like sometimes you're winning the war or losing the war?
Well, I think the war analogy is an apt one.
There are enough guns here to arm a militia, roughly 11,000 weapons. Most were used to commit a crime, including murder.
Every handgun in these bins and every long gun in those bins has a body attached to it. There's a story, and it's a sad one.
That story included a violent summer with 20 murders in August, the most in 8 years.
This summer, between Memorial Day and Labor Day, we seized over 600 firearms, and over 500 of those, which is over 80%, are being held as evidence.
Chief Flynn walked me through the small guns and big guns stacked in boxes and bins on rows of shelves inside a concrete room slightly smaller than a basketball court.
That's a lot of firepower somebody had.
Firepower that would impress Dirty Harry and the police chief.
Yeah, stainless steel, nice weapon. Smith & Wesson, made in Massachusetts.
Oh, yeah. Now, felons can't possess or carry a gun, but Flynn worries some guns are used by repeat criminals who don't have felony convictions, but legally qualify for concealed carry licenses.
Some of these weapons have been carried by drug dealers. Some of these weapons have been carried by people who had large amounts of drugs on them at the time they were arrested.
State records show nearly 110,000 concealed carry licenses were issued in 2012. More than 1,100 were denied. The number one reason was misdemeanor domestic abuse convictions. Drug use was number 4.
We need to clean up the permit law so the law-abiding can continue to carry weapons lawfully.
Now, Chief Flynn also wants a mandatory minimum 3 years in jail for what he calls the street thugs and drug dealers who are caught carrying a gun without a permit. Right now, it's only a misdemeanor. Mike and Carol.
Some pretty powerful images of some pretty powerful weapons. Thanks, Charles.